All right, it's been a while, but I wanted to show this because I love the way this looks. So I won't show to the left because someone's parked there also. But I'm parked at a Cracker Barrel area. It's in this area. Um, I had to move from another place I was parked, which was where this man, he had a green bus parked, and I could fit right in between a small like wall container. I don't know what it was. It looked like a storage space for where we were parked. And then his bus was like so far away from it, and my car could fit right, like perfectly right in between. And I mean, my doors, like nobody could get in. It was kind of hard for me to get out, but because I'm quite um, tiny, I was like able to slip in and out. But I loved it because it made me feel more comfortable. And also, there was somebody there. But um, I would say it's been a couple of weeks now that I've been parking here, and I like this. This is quite comfy. Um, but I was getting used to the other one because it was quite close to the gym I parked. At. I mean, I would go to, I still go to, but um, I was like, you know what? I don't want to continue parking here when he's not there. So what happened is he had to abruptly leave because the police stopped by. And he told me, he's like, yeah, somebody said, that I met before. He must have called them to get revenge on me. I don't know. He was just going on some story. And he tried to like make it look like he wasn't going to leave, but he made a certain statement that told me, yeah, he's going to be leaving in a couple of days. So I just paid attention. And sure enough, he was gone. I mean, everything was cleared out. I was like, okay, so I got to find a new place. So here I am. I wanted to show this because this is what I love. So my window is down. I'll show it a little bit if I can, like that. So I have these car covers. You've seen them in my past videos. I don't really make videos as much anymore because I live this every day and I love it. Um, I put my stuff back, like folded down, and then I have, like I usually do, my other stuff in the front. And then this is my gym towel and gym clothes and my two gym bags. And then all of my studies. So I've been heavily on this 365 data science. As you know, I have a video on that from about 6 to 8 months ago where I was saying I was finished with it. Well, I am, but there's a final exam and I thought I could pass it because they give you two chances, and I didn't pass either time. So you have to wait 3 months. So I've been making notes. So those are what all those binders are. And I'm officially on the last one where I'm writing thorough notes. And it's Python. I know Python, but not like in detail. So that's what these notes are. And the binders have all my notes, including how to, install these software programs and use them to start doing data analytics. Um, I'm literally at the end. My goal is to finish today. If not, it's going to be tomorrow, either at the gym or during work. Um, yeah, so just to give an update, it's been a year and almost 7 months on the 4th of September for me that I've been sleeping or living in my car. I absolutely love it. I mean, just getting fresh air like this, being in my own space like this, and then if I wanted to, I can just get up and go. Like, there's a lot of beaches, not necessarily where I am currently living, but surrounding. And if I wanted to, I can get up and just drive there right now with no problem because I have everything with me. But because I'm studying, I'm focused on that. And my goal is to still get an RV. Um, but that'll be a year or two from now. And I do have an update. I am preparing to move soon. My goal was to move in the summer, but this process is taking a while. Um, and the thing is I want to work for the federal government, so I have two offers, and that's all I'll say. um, and yeah, um, so I will be going there soon. So that's why also I'm honing in on finishing this certificate program, and then I can work on the other one, which is a license. And I really want that one because during my interviews, they were like very excited to see that one. And they thought I had it already because the way I listed it on my resume. And they were like, I had to explain to them, no, I'm currently studying towards it. So they both were like excited for that. And I know I'm headed in the right direction because of their reaction, but also I could feel it that, if I continue on this process, then I'm going to be set, with building my next career like I want. And yeah, so like I said, right now, Python is the thorough notes I'm creating with 365 data science. Once I finish this, then I will prepare myself to take the final exam again. My goal is to hopefully pass it sometime in September. And then I can move on to the other certificate program or the license one. The exam for that one is expensive, and I believe that one's face to face, like how the ISC squared cybersecurity certificate was like, um, which is fine. Because this license one, is very similar to my master's degree. So I'm like, that's awesome. The only thing is, it's more information systems or IT or information technology. And I won't have a problem with that much because of the cybersecurity certificate. So that really taught me a lot. And I still have my thorough notes on that, which I put in the one of the binders. And then also it's in my notes my notebook right here. So I can show that a little bit. Um, yeah, so this is what it looks like. Ta-da! So to give you an idea, I have notes on notes, but what I love about it is, which I've been made fun of, is people are like, why do you write so much? But guess what? I have all this stuff like now archived. And if I ever need to look back, I have steps on how to do it because I wrote it down thoroughly. So that's that. I don't have to go back and search on the internet. I actually have like it written in my own way to understand. Um, and I like to write instructions, so that's why I'm doing these thorough notes. So when I start taking the final exam for 365 data science, I can just literally follow my steps in my binders with my notes, and I'm good. Because I can't remember every little detail, so that's what it's for. And I'm very detailed oriented. Hence, what my next career is going to be. I love to find things, so I'm like, let me use that strength of mine. Plus, I'm very inquisitive as well, so I'm like, yay! I can use that strength to help solve problems or get close to a solution. So, all right, but also last thing, as you know, I don't know, I do drive manual or stick shift. So my clutch went out like 4 months ago, and that shit's expensive. But guess what? I paid it off. So everything I have is paid off. It's mine. This car is mine. It took me a year and like 3 months to pay it off. The clutch, like I said, 4 months ago, just went out on me literally as I paid my car off, and then paid that off. Um, Another thing is I have now 3 credit cards total. And all three, my balances have increased dramatically, like in a good way. And I'll explain why. Because I'm 100% on my payments. So if you want to make sure you're good on your credit score, if you want to pay attention to it, make sure you're paying off your credit cards like as much as you can, um, and keep them below the 30% credit utilization. You'll find that out according to your credit card statement, and also follow your credit score. There's apps out there that can help you understand. Um, but I've been doing that, and I'm telling you, like, it helps doing this because if you're looking to have any large purchases in the future, which I know I am, um, this will help you see what how much you can borrow in a loan. And that's what affected me with not getting the RV. I had found, at the RV show I went to in January of 2024 this year, because I didn't know about that. My borrowing power, as they say, was lower than what I was trying to get the RV for. So that's why it was declined for me. But going forward, now I'm seeing the flow of this. It's like, oh, like sooner or later I'll be able to get it. So yeah. Um, so I mentioned to people like I would help explain about like credit cards and stuff like that. Um, just to give a brief explanation because I need to get back to my studying. Um, since I'm in the mindset right now and not distracted as much. Um, okay, with credit cards, they're if you're freshly new with credit cards, they're going to start you at a small balance. One of my credit cards was at my very first one when I got back to the States. They started me at $500. They're going to probably do that for you. But what you want to do is show, like I mentioned earlier, you're constantly paying off that credit card balance. Don't have the money sitting in there because that's not your money. You're pretty much using it to pay for large purchases or purchases you can't pay out of your own pocket. So you're using the credit card. Then you need to pay that off out of your own with your own money to show them that you are someone they can trust to pay them back. And then this helps with your credit score. So um, it got to the point that I knew this 500 was not enough because I kept maxing it out like every week or two. And I was like, and I kept paying it off. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. I was like, is there any way I can increase it? So I asked them, and they were like, no. And what it is because there's a limit on how long you uh, have to show them that you're paying and using this credit card. So because it was a short term, like it was only a short time that I've had this credit card, they were like, no. But what kind of boosted me to getting an increase with that credit card, but like 6 or 8 months later, was I got another credit card. Now, this other credit card is one that you really have to be paying attention. This is one where you have I have rewards and, um, what is it, like bonus points and benefits, and it all depends on what you're looking for. So some people like the cash back credit cards. Some like the one I like, that I have, which my focus is I love to travel, as you can see, airplane driving, staying in hotels or in my car, whatever, in that setting, because I don't like to stay in one spot too long. And plus, I like to, I'm very inquisitive. I like seeing different things. So I wanted a credit card that could support that with airplane tickets and all of that. And I learned that it practically helps. So they gave me a big balance on this credit card starting out. And I was like, okay. And I believe it was because of my credit score um, at the time. And it was showing how, like, and the payments towards the credit card and my auto loan at the time. And so once I got that, that's when I started seeing the credit credit card increase balances, and I was like, okay. My third credit card I've mentioned before. It's mostly for like food and fuel or gas, petrol. Um, but I don't really use that one. Every now and then, it's like 1 minute I'll use it. I've been using it more now, um, but that one is particular to certain stores. So I don't get any points on that. So that's also why I don't like using it. But it helps with my credit score. And like I said, over time, paying off 3 credit cards and keeping all three at the 30% credit utilization or lower looks really good, and it boosts your credit score like really well if you keep that flowing. There is even times where if you have to pay attention to when you pay it, because I've had instances where my credit score was at a certain part and then it just dropped, not too much, but then the next minute it will pop back up. So yeah. So right now my credit card balances on all three are have increased dramatically. So I'm really happy on that, because going forward with my next career with the federal government, um, yeah, um, that will help a lot. And then, especially with my borrowing power, and help towards other goals I would like to have to achieve. So that's that on credit cards. Um, and yeah, all right. I think I don't have anything else. All right, bye. Oh, and today is Sunday, August 25th, 2024. It's around like 8 something in the morning. All right, let me get back to my Python refresher notes.